Welcome to The Explainer. I am seriously excited to guide you through today's material. We're going to be unpacking a framework that essentially takes everything you thought you knew about society, personal growth, and even human evolution and just flips it completely upside down. We're looking at the radical and honestly deeply fascinating philosophy of U.G. Krishnamurti. Now, whether you're totally new to his concepts or you've been pondering them for years, this explainer is designed to visually map out his core arguments. We want to get a really clear understanding of the profound ideas he presents about human nature. So get ready, because we're about to challenge some absolutely deeply held assumptions.
Okay, let's dive into this. What if culture is actually your enemy? It's a pretty provocative question, isn't it? I mean, we all feel that everyday weight of societal pressure, right? The heavy expectations, those unwritten rules of exactly how we're supposed to act, how to think, how to succeed. And usually, we just view culture as our safety net. It's the fabric holding us all together. But the core premise of the source text we're examining today argues the exact opposite. It presents this view that culture isn't protecting you at all. It's actually thwarting your inherent uniqueness. It suggests that the very civilization we celebrate, it might literally be the primary antagonist in the story of your personal evolution.
So here is our roadmap for unraveling this massive paradigm shift together. 1. The normal man trap. 2. Culture as a stumbling block. 3. The unique animal within. 4. Personality versus character. And finally, 5. Freeing yourself from the past. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The normal man trap. Society's blueprint for continuity.
You know, we all basically know what it means to be normal, or, well, at least what society tells us is normal. But where does that concept even come from? The text argues that the normal man is an absolute fabrication. It defines it as a societal construct designed purely to ensure culture's own survival and continuity. Think about a giant machine. A machine needs identical, entirely predictable cogs just to keep running smoothly, right? Well, according to U.G. Krishnamurti's philosophy, society operates the exact same way. It literally demands a normal man to keep its systems functioning flawlessly. It doesn't actually want you to be a completely unique, unpredictable entity because, well, that threatens the continuity of the culture. Therefore, the source material asserts that society actively suppresses true individuality just to maintain the status quo.
Section 2. Culture as a stumbling block. Disrupting human evolution.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because this framework completely challenges the widely accepted narrative that civilization is the absolute peak of our evolutionary journey. Instead, the source text breaks down how culture acts as a disruptive stumbling block, not a stepping stone, through a highly systematic process. Step 1. Culture imposes towering models of perfect men and religious saints. We are constantly force-fed these impossible, idealized templates of how we ought to be, which leads directly into Step 2. By doing this, it thwarts the unique human organism. Instead of allowing the human organism to just develop naturally, culture forces it into a precast mold. And the ultimate result is, Step 3, the prevention of true evolutionary flowering. By forcing everyone to emulate these external models of perfection, the text argues that culture actively stops the natural, entirely unique potential of the human organism from ever blooming.
Section 3. The unique animal within. The biological disconnect.
So the crucial point is, we are essentially stuck in an evolutionary limbo. This lays out Yuji's radical biological argument beautifully. On one side, we have our lost traits. The text asserts that mankind is a unique animal, but we've actually lost our primal, natural animal instincts entirely due to cultural conditioning. But then, look over at the other side, undeveloped potential. While we lost those animal instincts, we haven't yet developed our true human instincts. And what exactly are those? Well, the source material specifically identifies things like psychic powers as being completely natural to our species. But much like our unique individuality, these innate human instincts remain undeveloped because they are heavily suppressed by the very structures of culture and civilization. We're effectively cut off from both our past biological instincts and our future evolutionary potential.
Section 4. Personality versus character. Unmasking social constructs.
And this brilliantly illustrates the critical difference between what is biologically inherent to you and what is totally fabricated. UG completely separates two concepts that we normally just use interchangeably: personality and character. According to the text, your personality is inherent to the human organism. It's raw, it's biological, and it is uniquely yours right from the start. Character, on the other hand, that's an artificial social construct. Character is just the mask you wear. It's that set of behaviors and moral codes imposed on you by society to make you into that predictable normal man we talked about earlier. The philosophy argues that we literally spend our entire lives trying to build good character, without ever realizing we're just decorating an artificial cage that traps our inherent natural personality.
Section 5. Freeing yourself from the past. Breaking the collective stranglehold.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the specific language used here. The stranglehold that the collective past, including the cumulative wisdom of the ages, has on the individual. Think about that. In almost every other context, the cumulative wisdom of the ages is treated as sacred, right? It's the knowledge of our ancestors, the great books, the philosophies, all those traditions. But this framework brutally reframes that revered wisdom. It's not a gift at all, it's a suffocating stranglehold. It argues that this massive, overbearing weight of collective human history is exactly the thing keeping the individual pinned down.
The ultimate takeaway from the source material is stark, and it's uncompromising. To allow the unique human organism to actually flower, you can't just tweak your habits a little bit or slightly rebel against some societal norms. No, the text argues that you must free yourself from the entire past of mankind. You have to completely sever ties with the collective history, all those models of saints, the cultural expectations, and that artificial construct of character. Only by completely dropping that immense historical baggage can you finally step out of the normal man trap and truly be yourself. It is, at its core, a philosophy of total subtraction.
Wow. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this explainer today, navigating a framework that really challenges the very foundations of how we view civilization and, honestly, how we view ourselves. According to the source material we've explored, all the things you think make you who you are, your culture, your character, the wisdom you've been taught, might actually be the exact things hiding the real you. So I want to leave you with this. If you strip away the entire past of mankind, who is the unique animal left behind? Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating material with me today, and I really hope it sparks some deep reflection on your own inherent uniqueness.